All right, folks, welcome to a market recap. Today, I was actually not looking for a trade, but I did see a potential entry which never got tapped. So I was like, I was waiting for the NP to go down there, possibly wick it down and go back up higher, or just goes down into the trade and we get a stop loss. I was looking for a long, and you can see market going to draw. Look at that said on Monday from the video where I said that if we wick below, then we're gonna see higher prices. Today, the reason why I wasn't actually looking for a trade, I thought, okay, Thursday is the reversal day, but as you guys know, Thursday and Friday are the days where the market goes on a fair price. If you go back in time, this Friday didn't do much, right? It didn't do much. It did go to the target, and today it went to the target as well, but it didn't do much. It just all it did was, what did it do? Mess around a little bit, right? So there's two cases of scenarios where a Friday doesn't move like this, or a Friday doesn't move like this, and Monday will be the one to deliver just like this. You can see how the weekly candle ended. Next week, I will definitely see low prices after it taps the weekly key level. After it taps that, I'm gonna see some bearish key level, and on Monday, I'm straight up. If Monday doesn't give me the setup, not setup. If Monday doesn't give me the shorting opportunity, then I have to wait till Thursday. But Monday should definitely do it. As I said before, when our key level gets tapped, we have to let the candle close. But you gotta keep in mind, in this case, the key level is so close to it, so we're just gonna be fine trading it instantly without really waiting for the candle to close. Because the only time we wait for the candle to close is daily ranges, right? Otherwise, we do not need to wait for the candle to close. But if it's reasonably kind of far away, because as you guys know, total soup does not happen in old candles. It happens in new candles. That's where the total soup happens. Because time is very important, right? The old candle, when it's near to an end, when the time of the candle is near to the end, there's not enough liquidity. So the new candle was be the one to deliver, right? So if tomorrow does stagnate and it takes a long time to hit the key level, I'm gonna potentially wait till Thursday to get trade, or wait till Wednesday after the manipulation happens. After the manipulation happens, then I can take a trade, but because that way it keeps us a little safe. Because keep in mind, if your boss is wrong, you could be buying up every single. You could blindly buy up every single low here, right? Until here, but you're losing this day, 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 losing multiple days, well, which is not good. So that's what we refer to time, right? Specific candles is what we look for. We don't look for every single candle, right? The specific candles. And as I said before, if a key level doesn't get tapped, we do have to wait for the key to end. But if the key level is relatively close to it, we don't have to wait for it to end. We could literally trade that candle because it's going to be considered as a manipulation. But today I was looking for a long. As I said yesterday, all of our buys is correct. Everything moves perfectly in our way. The problem is we're entering such a lower time frame, 15, 5-minute time frame, and since the 15, 5-minute time frame executions are such a small time frame, we can get stopped out quick. If we're not smart with it, if we don't have the right type of entry, we could get stopped out pretty quick. That's why I told you guys about everything is fine, right? Everything is fine, just a lower time frame, which we just fixed that up. Today, from now on forward, I believe I've fixed every single leak that I've been having with my system. Now the last leak was SMT with DXY, and actually one other thing is that I had in confidence in the setup today. I was somewhat inconfident because it's like, man, market is clearly going down, but keep in mind, the market makers only buy sell stops. They only sell buy stops, right? They don't sell stops. They only buy sell stop. They only sell buy stop. So I don't know why I had that problem, which will never happen again. But that was a little problem I had. But on the higher time frame, as I said before, we're already bullish here. But a weekly ERL to weekly IRL is weekly level, as well. I had a weekly, no weekly CRT here. Although there's a weekly CRT here, but it's not gonna get met, right? It's only gonna be this weekly fair value gap that's going to get met. Then fully reversed because the daily time frame, we had a daily range. On a daily time frame, as I said yesterday, we were already predetermining a daily range, so we want to go back to the premium. And the premium area didn't have any reported highs, so I was not looking for the target. I was just looking for the key level. And if you go down to the lower daily time frame, we had a daily CRT, which is this candle, as well as this is a Friday retracement. There is no weekly profile about Friday being the low of the week or high of the week. It's just a Friday retracement in a classic bishop profile to the downside. That's why, as I say, the only time I'm looking for in the daily time frame, my most important aspect is weekly profiles, daily ranges, CRTs, and important highs and lows. Those important highs and lows are like this: a high that broke a low. This high never broke this low. That's why the market went beyond it, because it's like it rejected below low. It never broke below it, so it never closed below it. So that's my only aspect. I don't look for daily IRL to ARL. In the higher time frame I do. On the weekly time frame I do, but daily time frame, there's a lot of candles that print. Yes, it's every single day, but a lot of candles print, which is very important. All right. And since a lot of candles print every single day, there's a lot of candles, right? So daily IRL to ERL wouldn't really make sense to me, in my opinion. Only the higher time frame would make sense. So that's what we had in the daily time frame. Already given this bias on yesterday. Lower time frame had a New York reversal profile, one accumulation, 5 emission expansion. I found bullish. I want the London session to make the low of the net high. This case made the high of the day. Looking for a New York reversal. We had a 4-hour CRT. This is our big 4-hour CRT. This is a smaller CRT right over here. But keep in mind, this CRTs, we're not targeting these CRTs. The only time we have more than one take profit is when we have a weekly CRT with a weekly key level. So weekly key level is beyond the CRT. Then we have to take profits. First, CRT itself. After it meets the CRT, shave off 75%. Second is going to be the weekly key level and get out afterward. And there's one more. Last one is the daily ranges, the important highs and lows. Whenever the daily range and a discount daily range is tapped, now we're going from premium to discount. Now we have premium and daily range, being basically discount and premium. What we're gonna do is we're only gonna trade the premium key levels and discount key levels, not gonna trade random key levels. So we're gonna wait for the important highs and lows, which the important highs and lows are the lows that breaks the highs and the highs that break the lows. Those are important key levels. In the lower time frame, I woke up late today too, so the next lesson there's gonna be a lesson. There's gonna be multiple lessons. That's one of them. How to wake up late. As I said, man, it's kind of hard for me to sleep at the moment. I don't know why I'm having these dreams are happening. It's coming back to me for some reason, which I'm gonna fix it up. And I didn't sleep till 2 p.m. I don't know how. Not 2 a.m. I don't know how. And yeah, it hit me a little bit. I was like, yeah. I woke up. I still woke up at 5 a.m. But when I woke up at 5 a.m., I was like tired as hell, right? So I look at a chart, one blink made me go to sleep. I woke up 6:40. I was like, damn, 6:40. I gotta get up. Eventually, I was like, man, I'm not gonna trade today because I thought Thursday's supposed to be the reversal day. I don't know why Friday's going below Thursday. And just with the SMT, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna take this trade today. I'm gonna be a sidelines. But I forgot that Thursday and Fridays are reversal days. If Thursday doesn't deliver, Friday will be the one. But Thursday has a higher chance than Friday, because Friday, if Thursday delivers, Friday will be it will expand, but not a big range. In this case, Friday is the one to reverse and expand. So that could happen as well. So in the lower time frame, I was looking for a lower time frame entry, which you could see the Model 1 that happened here, he falsely got broken. As you guys know, time is more important than price. The time this Model 1 happened and the time this low got purged was not the right time. And keep in mind, the low was not a valid low because the 5 a.m. candle, this bullish candle, the 5 a.m. candle, right? It's not a valid low. So looking for this low to get purged. Then we're looking for a repurge. So you could have bought this repurge up straight away. You could have had a third drive double discount because we're in deep discount, right? We have a double discount. We're buying below the daily opening price, the weekly opening price, as well as a triple discount. We're buying as well below the 4 opening price. So we have a three drive, first drive, second drive, third drive. But will it, to me personally, will it work all the time? I don't think so. It work all the time. That's why I have my entry all down here. The reason why it don't work every time is because, if you're thinking about it, well, first drive, second drive, third drive, you failed. I did give you a reaction, but the time, was 2 a.m. You still failed, right? What's the next examples? They work, but it's you should only trade these third drives and double discount, triple discount is if only you're advanced. If you're not advanced, don't trade this shit. I don't myself don't trade it, right? I'm advanced enough to trade it because these models are one of my models, but they're lower probability models for me, to be honest. Even the D equal lows equal highs soups, they're to me are low probability. The ones that I count as high probability are the ones that give me a stop loss. This one doesn't give me a stop loss, right? The fair value gap has a low. The fair value gap has a safe low that gives me a stop loss, right? These ones I have to go either for buy pips or I have to go back down, look for a intermediate term low or high, depending on the setup. Is bullish or bearish? Then look from there. So that's all I gotta do, right? You look for the intermediate term high slash low for these ones, but intermediate term swing low, swing high. With these type of stop loss entries, to me, I personally don't see them being a very such a good stop loss. So anything anything, just keep this in mind. Anything that gives you a low, there's anything that gives you a stop loss that's not safe. Which anything that gives you not a stop loss is a low probability. Right? This doesn't give you a stop loss. I have to look either as intermediate term swing low, or I have to look at a pip type of stop loss. This one, fair value gap gives me a safe stop loss because the low that created the fair value gap, or the second candle fair value gap, depending how big the fair value gap is. The Model 1 gives me the same thing. The sell side locator, the Model 1 is my stop loss, gives me a safe stop loss. The direction block, same thing. The stop loss of the Model 1, again. The OTE, same thing. The start of the OT is my stop loss, right? So, it's right below the 0.86 mark at the start of the OT. So high, low, higher high at the low can be my stop loss, the OTE. So yeah, those give me safe stop loss. So I count them as high probability. But this one I didn't, so I didn't take it. But it did work out perfectly. You can see if you would have took that, you would have banked a lot. But I didn't take it. So yeah, our boss was correct. So I was right all along, and they were wrong. But I wonder, well, T, how did you determine the market reverse? And the market reversed. How? That's the power of thinking. All right, I'm gonna give you the answers. I'm not gonna gatekeep it. Thinking will give you the answer to how I determine this to be the low and not go any lower, especially this below this entry low. How I anticipated in a fully bearish market a reversal. Will this reversal go all the way up here? No. It's gonna be considered as a higher time frame retracement, lower time frame reversal through market profiling. You could see how I determined that, right? So yeah, it's very easy. I'm doing this. I'm doing a challenge. It's gonna be every week. It's gonna be one video that's going to help you guys get the same higher time frame accuracy as me. Go on Nibble T. You never gave this out. You never said. You never talked about this. Go to my old. I'll go to my yesterday video, as well as the live data market using if then pressable video. You should find out over there as well. And I got a screenshot. Don't worry, I got a screenshot. Right, we can't. I can't keep you guys, BS on here. Right, so this is the before math, right before NFP, and this is the aftermath, right? So no BS, right? And this is for free. I'm not charging you guys $1 because the way I got it, I have to get charged on. But to you guys, I will do it for free. But you just have to think. Okay, you just have to think. Use your brain. Most of you guys come join Discord. That's what it's on Discord. That's why I moved into Telegram, because most of you guys join and you guys just want to get spoon fed it without thinking. And anybody who thinks in this generation, to me, is considered to be a smart ass guy, right? To be a attitude person. So yeah, you see, we're correct Monday, we're correct Tuesday, we're correct Wednesday, we're correct Thursday, Friday, we're correct every single day. Yes, we are. Oh, well, you lost on Tuesday, you lost on Thursday. Those are such a lower time frame entries, right? So in the lower time frame, actually, I was wrong on Monday, right? Because the market was bearish, because I was bullish because my higher time frame pass was wrong. And that's why we got to analyze DXY over EU. DXY is more important than EU. So now let's go over the lessons. Lesson number 1 is to wake up 5 a.m. in the morning every single day, regardless of what time I sleep. We gotta sacrifice time, or I gotta sleep earlier. So I slept at 10, and I somehow fall asleep at 2. Next lesson is to monitor gold as well, and EU and DXY. Monitor DXY and gold more than EU, because DXY is more important than EU. DXY is more important than EU. I analyze on DXY and execute on EU. It yields the highest return and it yields the highest accuracy. And the next lesson is, because DXY is always clear, right? And EU isn't sometimes. And the next lesson is to not be feared, to not be confident, always be confident, always have an ego, and know that Thursday and Friday are reversal days. Although Thursday is supposed to be the reversal day, it has a 70% chance of being the reversal day. Friday can be it too, right? Because Friday and Thursday need to close at a fair price. The last lesson is to, and the last lesson is like, you can see how we were wrong, and the setup we took went to a loss Monday and Tuesday, right? On Monday and Thursday, you can see we were wrong, but guess what? The market went our way, right? So the only problem we had on these trades are that, the Monday one, my dumbass, I somehow thought, okay, I'm gonna be bullish on EU in short term, but be bearish on be bullish on DXY as well. It didn't make sense to me, and I was thinking about, I was like, bro, how are these supposed to be the opposite? How are they going, directly together with each other, right? How are they going with, same direction? It didn't make sense to me, and they told me why. So now you prioritize DXY more than EU. We always focus on DXY more than EU, as well as the next problem is the lower time frame entry. You can see, since we're entering 15-minute time frame, we're gonna have a fast stop loss. But if we have the right position in the lower time frame, then we could target the higher time frame very easily. Which the way we can fix that is by the last leak. I feel like this has to be the last leak that I have to fix until I keep on learning. Is I only use DXY as an SMT with EU, because my manipulations are specific areas, right? My manipulations are very specific. They're not in general, right? And overall, in general, you should be using DXY more than you should be using SMTs with DXY more than EGU, because overall in general is stronger than GU SMTs. So that last leak was basically to prioritize SMTs with DXY more than GU. Do not use GU as SMT with EU. Only use EU and DXY SMTs. Seem to go gold and silver, nothing else, right? Same thing as ES and NQ, not YM, right? You can use YM, but it's third party, but you don't want it to get a third party, right? Because they're gonna take commission. When they commission, you take losses. You know, simple word. Same to Bitcoin and ETH. There could be SMT with Bitcoin with something, some old coins, right? Other than ETH, but it's gonna guess what? The third party could fail sometime. So yeah, that's the overall lesson. One last lesson is that on this Thursday trade, you can see there was a model one right after, as I said, right after I got stop loss. We had another model one. As I said in my video, I was talking about this potentially working out. He failed, right? And the reason why he failed, the time this our entry got tapped would have been the threshold, right? The threshold, the threshold would have been the entry. The time, because the candle's kind of thick, the time the threshold got tapped was beyond, although as I said before, on Thursday and Friday, market take a look at fair price, and if we have a low time entry, we can extend our time. I just back to say that as well, that the only time we can extend, like, when we're trading Thursday and Friday, market is closing at fair price, the only time we can when we're extending our time to trade, it can only be till 12 p.m. because I checked the tweet on Romeo. Let me bring it up here right now. Actually, let me go to Romeo real quick. It should be. Let me go get the. Let me get the thread on this right over here. Right, so the max time it should be it's right over here. Let me just take a screenshot. This is from Romeo himself, which I tested out as well. You can see this got tapped beyond 12. Right, so guess what? It got stopped out. And if you go back in time, this setup that got tapped, last Thursday setup that got tapped, threshold that got tapped, it got tapped what? 11 a.m. without tapping it beyond the 12. So that's the whole reason why it got stopped out. The time, when the time ends, or where the session ends, price has no other option but to reverse, which it did right over here. Let me go and get one more quote to support that thesis. Let me see. I can't find it, but there was a quote. Nice. Oh yeah, these are the max working hours in which my setup. Okay, so right over here, I got it again. He said that again one more time. Five a.m., not just 12 p.m. 13 to 6 p.m. Those are the max working hours in which my setups usually form. Outside of them, I'm chilling. Mine personally is from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's actually from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. The only time is from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. is on Thursday and Friday, and if the market goes at a fair price, which let's just say We have a classic if support for the downside Monday high of the week, and we're in Thursday and Fridays are reversal days, and the market's fair price. We need to go up higher, like this week. Then we can extend our time to 12 p.m. max. After 12 p.m., we cannot take a trade. That's the only whole thing we can do. Otherwise, we cannot extend our time. Another way to extend our time is, the higher time frame multi-kilowatt trade, but otherwise we cannot. But yeah, that's the trade recap. Thanks for watching. Not trade recap, market recap. Thanks for watching. Very beautiful lesson. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.